This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to data science session with Python demo. My name is Puneet, and so I will be telling you, I will be giving a demo today on how we can do data science with Python. So the course duration is around 60 hours, and we will be covering 1 hour session on a daily basis. That will be from Monday to Friday, and the timings can be from 5 to 6 a.m. or 6 to 7 a.m. as per the Indian Standard Time. Or we can, as we have multiple sessions going on, so we can have change in the timings also. So first, I will tell you about me. So my name is Puneet, and I am currently working in an MNC. So my total working experience in data analytics field is more than 5 years, where I have done a couple of projects in this field on Python and R. So today I will be explaining about this course on Python, that how we will be processing data, doing, we will be getting the insights from the data, and how Python can be useful in getting these insights. So first of all, coming to prerequisites for this course. So in order to learn Python, in order to perform data science, you just need to have small background of coding in any language. You don't need to be specialized in any technology. You don't need to be specialized in any language, but you just need to have an introductory or a basic knowledge of coding skills. About the opportunities. So if we look at the data science field, if we look at Python, see, the amount of data is getting increased day by day. So if you look at the data, if you look at around the world, there is terabytes of data, which is getting accumulated day by day. So industries are majorly looking at the people, they're looking for the people who have the skills to analyze this data, who can give them insights of this data. Now, this data is structured also, that is the proper databases, the proper in the proper format. These data are unstructured also, which can be the voice data or images data or in the form of pictures. So that is unstructured data. So here comes the demand of a proper language which can process this structured as well as unstructured data. So here comes the need of these specialized tools like Python, R, which can process, which can give you insights of this data. So that's the requirement of this language. And as we know that data is getting increased at a much faster rate, and it will keep on increasing in the coming future also. So the need for these languages is also going to be increased. So if you look at the opportunities in this particular field, there are huge opportunities not only in the Indian market but in a global market as well. So coming to the kind of level that we will be teaching in this course, it will be it will be majorly for intermediaries. So having a basic knowledge of the language, having basic knowledge of some language. So we'll be covering the beginners will be means it for the beginners. This session will be very useful. They will be getting the insights how to use Python. Plus, it will be also useful for the people for the students who have intermediary knowledge of Python also. We will be covering the basics of Python, that how we should install Python. We will starting with installing Python on our system, and how we will be doing various practice sessions also. We will be covering the variables, the data types which are used in Python. We'll be also covering with different data types like strings, lists, tuples, and dictionaries. These are the data types which are majorly which are used in Python by the programmer. So we'll be covering these data types also. So we will be also discussing about functions. Now there are various built-in functions in Python. There are also which functions which you can create. So we will be learning about how to create the functions. Then we will be also covering about the loops. This is an interesting topic, a very useful topic in Python. So it covers for loops, while loops, and exercises on these topics. Then we will be going ahead with calculations, how we can perform mathematical operations, calculations, or statistically operations in Python. So here there are predefined libraries in Python which includes NumPy, which can be used for arrays, creation, or indexing, and also processing. Once we are comfortable with these operations in Python and the language and the skills, how we can perform these things, we can perform these operations, and how we can use this, being comfortable with these operations. We'll be covering NumPy, which is a library in Python, and also there is another library which is Pandas. So these are the special libraries which are related to data analysis, data science. So we will covering Pandas, where we will be dealing with data frames. Then we will be covering ranking or sorting the data. We'll also covering with how we can handle the missing data. So these are the different data operations, these different operations which we are performing while analyzing the data. So once we will be comfortable in a data science and the operations, we're also looking at visualizing the data. Here comes matplotlib. It's a library which helps us in visualizing the data. Finally, we will be touching few data few machine learning operations. We will be touching few concepts. So that includes scikit-learn library. So it contains the operations where we'll be doing the operations on machine learning, which includes regression, which can be logistic and linear. We will also be covering the support vector machines. This is about this is a this is the outline of the complete course. So we'll be covering Python first. We'll be getting few hands on the Python. We'll doing few exercises also. We'll be doing data science also, how we can process the data, how we can analyze the data. So we'll be covering few libraries in Python, and we will be covering machine learning. We'll be touching the concepts of machine learning, like logistics, support vector machines, and random forest. Few of these concepts are there which I have not mentioned, but we will be covering such concepts related to machine learning also. So coming to this complete exercise, now along with the course, we will also be helping you in preparing your CVs related to data science, and we will be sharing few case studies also with you. We'll be sharing few exercises with you, and also will be helping you in preparing for the interviews also. So we'll be sharing few interview questions also with you. What are the major interview questions related to this particular programming language? So this is about the course. So now coming to our course, today I will give you a small glimpse of what data science is, what Python is, why it is so useful, and what is the future of this particular language. So today I will start with what is Python first. Now I will just give a small overview. So Python, as you know, it is a basic programming language. Now it is known as the world's fastest growing programming language. So why is it so special? Why everyone is behind Python, wants to learn Python? So for that, we'll first need to understand what kind of people who uses Python. So what are the users of Python? To Python, so it is used by a couple of people. You can add software engineers, you can have mathematicians for their mathematical operations, you can have data analysts to analyze the huge data, to analyze the data that they have. You can have data scientists to find out the insights that they can have from the data that they will be having, that what insights that data gives. It is used by not few, lot of industries to know that how data can help them in overall growth of their business. Is used by network engineers, accountants. So there's a huge user base for this particular language. Now coming to the tasks, the activities that we can perform on Python. If you ask me the task that we can perform, so first and the foremost task that we can do is data analysis and visualization. Now, if you work in any industry, so like I'm working in an industry, so there's a huge data that our clients give. So we on a regular basis we will be receiving a lot of data that can be structured or that can be unstructured. There are few tools. If you take an example, the basic tool that we use is Excel. Now, what's the limitation of Excel? If we have an Excel sheet, we can do any operation on Excel. We can do any regression. We can do any database, the operation that we need to analyze the data. We can have graphical figures. We can build charts. We can concatenate the data. We can manipulate the data. We can do any data operation, any operations which we need while for analyzing the data in Excel. But the major limitation is its speed and its capacity to handle data. Now, if you look at Excel, the number of rows and the amount of data that we'll receive on our daily basis, there's a lot of difference between the two. So Excel is kind of a small it's useful for handling small amount of data, but if we have a huge data, then we will need specialized tools in order to process, in order to analyze the data. There comes Python, there comes R, which we can use to have insights from that data. So another advantage is about structured and unstructured data. Now, if we have, suppose if we have a data of the customer care callings. So as you also know that when we call a customer care, our calls are getting recorded. So that is the data that they are storing with them. So they will analyze that call recordings. They will analyze that and how they can improve their customer care services. So this recordings. So you now imagine that in a particular customer care center, how many calls will they be getting on an everyday basis? So now, how many calls will they be getting on a weekly basis? Now coming to monthly basis, coming to yearly basis. So if you are having a 5 years data of a customer care center, there will be a huge data. There will be huge unstructured data in the form of calls that they will be having. Now, for that, they will need specialized tools. These operations cannot be done on a basic tools like Excel. So here comes Python, which will be helpful in analyzing how we can get insights from such unstructured form of data. A particular customer might have raised query about the services. Particular customer might have raised about queries the about the activation or the finances. So there will be huge difference in the different type of unstructured data. Here comes the specialized tools. So such tasks which includes data analysis, and now coming to the visualization. So once we have analyzed the data, that data needs to be visualized properly. So if I am giving any presentation to one of my client in any industry, once I have analyzed the data, I have built my models, I have processed the data, I have got the insights, but if I'm not able to visualize, if I'm not able to explain that in the form of presentation, in the form of different graphs or charts, that will be of no use to the client. So Python gives us this benefit that we can visualize the data that we have analyzed. So once we have our results, we can present that, we can have a graphical observation that, also in a real time. So we will be analyzing the data parallelly, we will also be visualizing that data. We'll be visualizing the results that we will be showing to our client or whoever it is to whom we want to show the results. So this is one of the major tasks that we do on Python: analyzing and then visualizing. So coming to next task that we can do on Python, that is machine learning. I will add machine learning and artificial intelligence both. So for that, first we need to understand what is machine learning. So a simple example of machine learning I would like to tell here. If you want to develop an algorithm, if you want to develop an algorithm which will automatically detect a picture, an image. So if you have an image, suppose you have an image, you want to detect, you want to find out whether that image detection. So if you want to find out, you have an image, you want to detect whether it is a dog or it's a table. Let's consider this. So I will train my code in such a way that any object which is light brown in color is a dog, and any object which has four edges is a table. Okay. So now suppose I have developed a code in such a way. Okay. So now while giving the results, suppose if I have a table which is round in shape. So here my code will fail. It will not be able to identify the table. Or if I have a white dog, I will have a dog which is white in color. So here also my code will fail. Python, but in Python, what you can do, you will be giving 100 or 1,000 different pictures so that Python code will train itself. Give 1,000 pictures to Python code so that it will train itself. And in these 1,000 pictures, it will be having all the different varieties of dogs, all the different varieties of tables. So whether it is a triangular table or it's a round table, it's a rectangular table, it's a hexagon, whatever shape the table it will be. So if you will be having, my code will be having so lot of images with the of the table. So then if I will if I'll ask him that, okay, tell me whether this image is a table or a dog. So my code will directly, it will say, okay, I have one of the 1,000 pictures that I had. This was a table. So okay, so this is a table. Similarly, if I will train my code with 1,000 images of dogs, with the different varieties of dogs. So if then I will ask whether it's a dog or not, I will give a picture. So my code will definitely, it will recognize, okay, so this is a dog. So this is called machine learning. Means automating my code to perform an operation. This is machine learning. Now, an example in a real world is about the recommendation engine. What is a recommendation engine? So a lot of companies like Facebook, Google, Amazon. So if you take an example of YouTube, okay. So in YouTube, whenever you must have observed this thing, that whenever we log in into YouTube, we will be getting only those videos which we used to prefer. So if I like watching wrestling, suppose, so I will be getting videos, they will be recommending me the videos similar to wrestling. If I like watching cricket, if I like watching suppose a T20 cricket, so they will be showing me recommendation of the recent of the tournaments going on T20 or any other tournaments which are similar to cricket. So this is called recommendation engine. So how they will get to know that this particular user is looking for these videos? This is where machine learning comes. They will analyze the data of each and every user. They will know, okay, this user likes this particular category of videos, so we should recommend him these the videos which are similar to this category. If I like politics, they will recommend me videos which are related to politics. If I like sports, they will recommend me sports. If I like education, they will recommend me videos on education. That can also be in different fields. So this is called recommendation engine. This is where machine learning comes. So Python is very much useful in performing such operations which are very complex, which are huge, which needs huge amount of data, and which needs huge processing a huge data. Here comes the Python, and such machine learning operations, artificial intelligence operations, are made very much easy by using Python. So this is one of the major tasks that is done by Python. So coming to the next task is, I will explain you this task. This is also very important. Coming to automation. So what is automation? So if I take an example of automation, simple example is if uh, some of you will be working in any corporate sector or any office, you may have come across this activity that you have to upload few files again and again on web. So you will be uploading the same type of files again and again, or any other work that you will be doing, the monotonous kind of work. So here you can develop a simple Python code which and you can just pass the file name you want to process, and rest each and every activity will be taken care by the Python code. So this is called automation, a small example of automation. So your Python code will take care of all the monotonous work that you will do each and every day. You will just need a click of a button to run that code, and you will just have to pass the file name and the uploading or any other thing that can be done by the code itself, and you will get the results. So this is very much possible using Python. So this is a small example of automation. There are huge operations. There are a lot of operations in the industries which needs automation. So here Python is very much useful. So coming to any other different other tasks. So I will just tell you about the other tasks which you can do in Python. You can do application development also. That can be web application or mobile application also. Then you can also do coding in embedded systems. If anybody is aspiring to be a scientist or looking for embedded systems or like microcontroller, microchips or Raspberry Pi, so there also you will need Python skills in order to perform such embedded system tasks. So here, these are all the activities, all the tasks which you can do uh, with Python. You will just need a basic knowledge of Python and how it is used, and then you are good to do all these kind of activities with the help of Python. So means you can say that Python is a kind of multi-purpose language. So that's why it is known as multi-purpose language. You will just what you need is you will just need a basic knowledge of Python, and you can do a lot of purposes. You can do a lot of activities using this using just having small knowledge of this knowledge, small knowledge of this language. Now, I will explain you why Python is so essential after the tasks that we can do in Python. So now I will explain you why is Python so essential, or why is it so popular. As I told that it is the world's fastest growing programming language. Why there is so much popularity? Why everybody is behind Python? Why everybody wants to learn Python? There are a lot of other languages, but why Python? Why is it so essential? So first and for the first point is simplicity. You take any language, Python is so simple that as I told also, the prerequisites that you need for this particular course is you just need to have a very basic knowledge of any language that you might have read in your college or in schools. You just need to have a basic knowledge. So this is because the syntax that we use in Python, it is so simple. You can say that the syntax are simply the English like commands. So if you have a knowledge of English, then you are good to go with Python. That's it. So it's such a simple way. I will while teaching also I will explain you why is it so simple. You will realize the commands that we will be using in Python. You don't even need to remember those commands. For example, if you want to print something, you just have to write print. While in other languages, if you see and if you compare it with Java, for example, so in Java you will have to write sys dot the you just you will have to write sys.out.println, such kind of commands you will have to write in Java. So such is the simplicity of Python. So you just have to write print, then what you want to print in brackets, in parentheses. But in Java, you must have remember you must have realized that system.out.println, and then you have to write. So you will have to remember those commands you in Java or in any other languages. But in Python, it's a kind of English-like commands. So simple for you. You just need to know that. You just need to know the approach, and everything will be done by the code. Next big advantage of Python is its huge community. So while developing any program, if you are stuck if you are facing any problem, there's a huge community base that is ready to help you. It is always ready. You just have to type the issue that you are facing in Google, and just Google it and you will get the answer. This is because of the huge base, the huge community that is ready to help you. So that's why it is so now in this technology world, you need to understand at least one language. You need to know that okay, you can develop a program. But if you will start with Python, I don't think you will need any other language because it is so simple and it is so useful. It has a huge future, so a lot of future prospects that you will not even switch from Python to any other language. It was introduced 20 years back, but still it is there in the market and still it is leading, and it will be there in future in 20 years after from today also. So such is the demand of Python because of its simplicity, its huge community. Now I will explain you why, what makes it different from other languages. Here I have given a small glimpse of these points also. I will explain you more on this, that why it is so different from other languages. So first and foremost, as I told you also, it's simplicity that I have already explained. So I will continue from that. So another advantage of Python, and another difference of Python from other languages is the data types. I will write here data types management. What do you mean by data types management? So if you take example of suppose Java or any other language, you will need, if the data type, suppose you want to do some calculation, a mathematical operation in which you want to add a and b. Suppose a is 4, b is equal to 5. Suppose you want to add a plus b, you want to add a and b, right? So if you want to do such operation in Java, you will first need to write int a is equal to 4, int b is equal to 5, and then you will perform these operations. So here it means that you will have to first define that what a is an integer. So you cannot assign any other language, any other value to a because a is an integer. This is in Java. But if you come to Python, you don't need to define the data type of the variable that you will be using. That is, you just have to write a is equal to 4. You just have to write b is equal to 5 and perform the operation. So see, so this is called data type management. So the type of data, the type of variable that you will be using, that is taken care by the Python. Once you have this a is equal to 4, you can also define a is equal to any string also. Here a is int, but in the next line if you see here a is string. See, data type is taken care by Python here. So this will not be an error in Python, but in any other language it will be an error. So you don't have to remember the type of the data type of the variable which you are using. This is the simplicity of Python, and this is how it is taking care of these things. Here you will not have to remember that you will not have to cram about the language. You just need to know the approach. Okay, I will have to add a and b. So let's define a is equal to 4, b is equal to 5, and add a and b. So, but in other languages, you will have to remember the syntax that needs to be followed. So this is one of the major advantage of Python and the difference between Python and other languages. Then coming to one-liners. So if you ask me what is this, so here any operation that you will have to do in Python as compared to other languages, in Python you can perform the same operation in one line, while it will take 3 to 4 lines to perform the same operation in any other language. So this is the difference between Python and other languages. It will help you in saving lot of time. You will have to save time and save your efforts. So if you will have to develop a huge application, might comprise 5,000 6,000 lines of codes. So if you will use Python, you can get it reduced. So that saves your time. You can easily develop your application. This is the beauty of Python. Coming to another difference, that is cross-platform. This is also very important difference and very important advantage of Python over other languages. So here you will see, if you have developed Python code on Mac, you can use this code which is developed on Mac, and you can use it on Windows. You can run it on Windows. So it's platform free. If you have developed any code in Windows, you can run it on Linux. So that's the leverage that Python gives to you. You can develop code in any other operating system, and you can run it on any other operating system of your choice. This is the beauty of Python. So then coming to the memory management, this is also a very important difference. So here with the memory, it comes speed. So it's Python is a high level language. So if you compare Python with suppose R is the low level language. What is the difference? What is high level language and low level language? So if you see R will be using the system's memory, that is the RAM memory for processing. So that's why the speed, or any other language, if you see, they will be using the system's memory in order to process. So that's why if you will be running a code in any other language, the speed with which they will be running the code, they will be processing, that will be slow, that will get slowed down. But Python, the speed is around 2 times higher, 2 times faster than these, because it's a high level language. So that's a uh, very useful, and so that's why Python is with Python you can handle data which you cannot handle in other tools like in R. So there are different uh, languages, different tools you can use for data analysis like R, SAS, and Python. I'm here comparing the tools for data analysis also, and I'm here comparing Python with other languages also. There are a lot of languages which are low level languages, they have very slow speed, but here Python, it it is a high level language, due to which it does automatic memory management. You don't need to worry about the memory management. So like C++, you will have to worry about memory management. You will have to allocate memory for processing the code. But in Python, you don't need to worry about that. It's a high level language. So your code will process much faster in Python as compared to other languages. So that is why Python is able to handle huge amount of data as compared to other tools. So it's a cross-platform language. It's a memory management, and it's a high-level language. Now coming to difference between R, SAS, and Python. So if you see, only R and Python, these are open source. or they are available for free. SAS is licensed. So if you want to do any data analysis operation in SAS, that will cost you. That will cost you and your client also. So that's why but if you will prefer Python or R, that can help you save a lot of money for you and your client. That's one of the major difference between them. So if you look at the usage that is there for these three major data analytics tools. So if you see SAS is majorly, it is used in the industries like healthcare or pharma. If you look at R is majorly used by the statisticians because it provide you kind of a lot of financial modelings, financial models. So these are the uses of R and SAS. So if you look at Python, Python is very much used in all the industries. Why so? Now the upcoming field in the recent days, if you see the upcoming field that is used in any data analysis operation is deep learning or machine learning, artificial intelligence. So Python gives you this opportunity, gives you benefit over other languages that you can easily perform these complex algorithms. You can develop these complex algorithms and you can easily perform such difficult operations in Python as compared to R and SAS, majorly due to the speed, the efficiency of using Python. So adding to that, it is an open source without any license. So that gives you this benefit. Yeah, you can perform any operation in Python over these tools. So if you have any financial relating concepts, financially related problems, or if you are working in financial industry, then okay, then R can be used there, and because it has a lot of models. But now with the advancement in Python, earlier it was Python 2.7. Now they have come up with 3.7, and they are upgrading Python day by day. So with the advancement, they're adding all the libraries in it, and the deep learning and machine learning concepts are very much easier and possible in Python as compared to R. So that's why I will be preferring Python here. And adding to that, Python is so simple as compared to other tools. R, it's a bit complex. You will need to learn more. You will need to know the syntax that are used in R or in SAS. But Python, as we discussed, is in kind of English language. If you are comfortable in English, then you are comfortable in Python. You are good to go with Python. So this is why Python is way ahead than other languages. And if you see the trend also in the industries, earlier Python was not much used as compared to SAS and R. But now, as Python is very much efficient in handling, in performing machine learning operations or any complex operations, now the trend has got changed and it has in fact got reversed. Now, industry is preferring Python over other tools. Cost, is a factor, plus speed, efficiency, and simplicity. That's why Python is very much in demand in the market right now, and in the near future also. If you look at the job prospects, or if you look compare this language with other languages in terms of salary also, that is there are huge opportunities for this particular language in the market coming future also. So this course will discuss about all this the operations that we can perform on Python, and we will be discussing about how we will do. We will be working on different libraries also. We will be working on different data types, variables that are used in Python. First, we will be making ourselves comfortable in Python. We'll be performing different loops. We'll be performing different functions also. We'll be doing various calculations, statistical operations. Then we'll be working on these libraries like NumPy, Pandas. So we'll be doing data science also. We'll be doing data visualization using Matplotlib, and we'll be performing machine learning operations also. So this is just an outline of the operations of this complete course, and we'll be covering this course on a daily basis from Monday to Friday, and it will be around 1 hour session every day. And the timings are flexible timings. These are just the tentative timings, so it is we are flexible with it. And this is all about the overview of Python and how we will perform data science, and what are the benefits of Python, and why is it so essential, and what are the future prospects, why everybody likes Python, why every industry likes Python, and why it is used in such complex machine learning operations, and why it is preferred over other languages. So we try to cover all these concepts in this session. And apart from that, if you have any questions, you can let us know. You can post it, you can send us mail, you can mention in the comments also. And so I will so here you can look at the our the how you can contact us if you are willing to join for the course. And here you can log into our website also, www.goonlinetrainings.com, and you can send us mail. You can contact also anytime. And hope you liked this video, and hope you enjoyed watching this session. And thank you very